Lit Outside. What's up? Listen, I'm on the block right now, chilling with my mans and them. As you can see behind me right here, I'm out here with the bus. We on the block. I got my grandson over there playing football. And I got a couple of my guys here, you heard? A couple of my peoples is here. We just hanging out and shit like that. But I just wanted to tell y'all a little bit something about community shit. Because to do community shit, you gotta really be in the community, you heard me? So this is my block. I call it the 100 block. Been there for a long time. And I'm just gonna tell you, this is what we do on the block. You know what I mean? And it's where we live. So when you live a certain place, you treat it a certain particular way. You treat it a certain particular way because it's a certain particular way that you want to live. And this community, I've been around here for a lot of years, and I watched all the kids grow up. I can't watch a kid grow up and don't give about not that kind of nigga. So we do it like that. I been fucking with these niggas ever since they was mad little. I came out here right now to spend a couple of minutes with them. We just want to chop it up a little bit, because it's a good thing to come back and do shit for your community, and they appreciate it when people come back and they show the block some love. My man right here, MGM Fest. He got a store on the bus, because we don't have no store on this block. We ain't got no sodas, no juices, no waters, no Zuzus and Wham-Whams, things like that. And you can go to the store, you can go right here, and you can get those things right here on the block. We grew up over here, And so we try to encourage stuff like that, And that's why I just wanted to say to him, I'm going to talk it up with him right now for a couple of minutes. What we doing? Let me show y'all the bus. Excuse me, bro. Let me show y'all the bus. This bus right here. I'll turn this camera around. Hold up. The church right here. Yeah, we got it fixed up. It's nice, real. It's nice in here. We sell merch out of here too. You know what I'm saying? It's real nice out here. You have a little money. Good money. He did a good job. Trying to service the neighborhood, come back and do something good. And when that happens, you gotta promote that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe in the kids and these good dudes and fathers. You know what I'm saying? All my dudes over here is fathers to their children. And like I say, sometimes it's about the struggle. We have to deal with it. All of us have our own personal struggles and our own ways. We all have a little something going on that we gotta tend to. And a lot of times, that's exactly what it is, Look at my boy Joe. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He good. Trying to say he got the fridge over there with the drinks in it, Gotta store somewhere. My man doing good. He been always on the block trying to do something, you know what I'm saying? Got his merch right here, merch right there, Definitely on the block. Got the generator right here. The joint just going over here. Check this joint out. Just walking around this shit right quick. You know what I'm saying? This is it right here. This is my boy shit right here. It's a nice little store. It's a nice little store on there, Got candies, waters and shit like that, Trying to do something good in the hood. Yeah, he's trying to do something good in the hood, you know what I'm saying? So when you see it, stop by. You know what I'm saying? Get you something cold to drink. You know what I mean? It's good money right here. I like it, you heard? Yeah. When you do this kind of shit, when you do kind of stuff like that, you try to get ahead and try to come up, My man definitely trying to do some shit. Definitely gonna get back to it. What's up, man? You busy right now? Going on right now. I just want to highlight my boy because this is what he's doing, This is exactly what he's doing right here. You feel me? Exactly what he's doing right here. Doing his thing. We got a couple of dudes on here chop it up with. My man Big June. What up, June? Say what up to the chat, June. It's my man Big June, OG on the block right there, you heard? My man Big June, man, from the block. OG right here, for real. Got everything, you heard? You want to do any kind of business, you talk to June. That's what you want. You need to get your hands on something, talk to June, you heard? Straight like that, that's my word. Always on the block, love on the block, you heard? Page 5 Lit Outside. We still trying to do our thing over here, you know. That's how we rock, that's how we rock. Yo, I got one of my godsons right here. What's up, man? Say out to the chat. Yo, so boom, right? I wanted to ask him, what's up? Jesus loves. Okay, hey bro, what up? Hey, what's up, chat? Listen, this is how we're gonna do this here. Introduce yourself and tell them who you is, and I'm gonna tell them who you is to me. What's your first name?
Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy, 600 subs.
Yeah, that kid.
You heard that? Since he was a little kid, my guy, you heard? Been around, he's a great dad. He's always good to the community, the whole nine, right? I wanted to ask him a question because he's a well-lived man. He's been all around the world. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my guy right there. I knew him since he was a little kid. And I just wanted to ask him, what would he tell his 21-year-old self? You understand? You know. Or in his case, because he was a model person. He was a model person. So I'm going to ask him, what would you tell a 21-year-old right now? What's your advice you would give to a 21-year-old right now in order for his growth and development? What can you say to him right quick that would help him out, help him build and develop?
Listen to your parents. Parents always know what they're talking about. I would definitely go to school and apply for city exams.
Okay, apply for city exams. You heard that, right?
That's something that my parents never told me. They just told me to go to school, and then I had to figure out on my own based on whatever major you pick. But apply to city exams. If you start early, you'll be ahead of the game.
You heard that, right? See, that's what happens. It's got to start somewhere. And remember, applying yourself is a part of being grown. Come with it. You know what I'm saying? You get paid for what you know, or you get paid for what you do. You get paid breaking your back, or you get paid to think. But this is what it's about, networking and making connections. He's a great example of that. My boy, Johnny Boy, you heard? He gets it in, 60 to 100 block. Now, matter of fact, I got another one of my nephews right here. Been knowing him for years. Hey, where A go? Oh, A over here. He over here in the smoking section. Come on, Johnny. A over here in the smoking section. Got some kids out there playing ball. Yeah, my grandson over there too. He over there getting it in. Guard up. And Mitch over there shooting bricks. Yo, this is my man A Butters right here. What's up? This is my man A Butters. Listen, we on the block. Saying hi to the chat, you heard? Don't get it twisted. You might have seen my man in a couple of movies. Don't get it fucked up. Yeah. So get a good look at this nigga, because if you ain't met him, you met him now. Because yeah, this time next year, it might be hard to get time with this nigga. You heard? Yeah, he like that. He on the rise like that. Don't never get it fucked up. Since he was a little kid, this is my guy. Great dad, great person, great human being. You heard me? Now, what I wanted to ask you was,
and A1 the actor.
Tell the chat.
A1 the mogul.
What advice can you give? Because listen, don't get it twisted. He's a learned man, very smart. And he applies himself to the grown man shit. So the advice he gives you is well spoken, as well deserved. What would you tell your 21-year-old self right now? What would you tell a 21-year-old right now to help them grow and develop? What quick advice would you give them at what they facing at 21 years old right now?
21, I would tell myself,
well, I'm going to ask you what you would tell them, because when you was 21, you was applying yourself. You see what I'm saying? That's how you are now. But what would you tell a 21-year-old right now that's trying to figure it out? What's the best advice you can give?
Only believe in yourself. Figuring it out, you're already like 80%. You're 80% there. Just believe in yourself. I would tell you to just slow down, trust the process, and really try to spend a little bit more time with your family.
Airball!
And your loved ones. You want to make it happen, you want to believe in yourself, you got a plan, and you stay focused.
Mom, you let me beat him with all three last game, man.
Put your mind to it, and do it.
You hear that? Now, mind you, sometimes you just never know when you get thrown a curve. You know. So this kid right here, right? You see him, right? Handsome, smart, very well spoken. I bump into him one day, you know, he going back and forth to school, doing what he do work. I say, yo, man. I said, you need to get your ass downtown and audition for something, right? Because since he was little, he always was a ladies' man, always smart, and was always a dapper dude, you know. And he came up under me, so he's always clean cut and shit. I said, yo, you need to go downtown. So we in New York, you need to go downtown and see what happens. You know, audition. I told him the spots where they do the auditions at. This went on for a few months or whatever the case may be. And one day, he went. And they picked him. And they've been picking them ever since. How many movies you got in now, Abe? He got 6 movies in right now. He got 6 movies in. Yeah, he got 6 movies in. He got sex scenes and all that. Let's not get it fucked up. Yeah. You know, and let's not be for real. I'm like a dad to him, and he's like a son to me. That's how long he's been around me. That's how tight we is, you know. So, because he know I love him, he listens to me, you know, and I listen to him.
Let's go, Cairo.
You don't know what's wrong with a kid unless you let him talk. And they'll tell you, and you'll figure out, if you care about them, you'll figure out what advice they would need to hear, and, you know, things like that, you know. You can't just run up on them, oh, you need to listen to him. That doesn't work. Once the kid convinced that you care about them, y'all have a bond there, you have a lane of communication, and try to build off that. Right now, I'm just in my hood, Page5 Lit Outside, and I'm just talking to some of my guys here, you know, because they come back to the community, they do good things, you heard me? They're good human beings, and that's all God really wants you to be, you know. We ain't gonna get into that, but I got one more guy I gotta run down on. It's Money Making Mitch. I gotta go see my boy and get a statement out of him. He over here with the kids doing his thing and all that, you know.
Building with the youth.
Yo, so anyway, come here, Mitch. Now this is Mitch. Alright? Me and Mitch go way back. He's family, his family's family and all that. So check it right here, you go right here. So boom, right? Say hi to the chat. Say what up to the chat.
What up, chat?
So what happened? What we doing is we asking the question now. He's a great dad, made man, stand-up dude. We wanted to know what kind of advice would you give a 21-year-old right now that'll help him out right now? What advice do you give a 21-year-old right now to help him build and develop?
First and foremost, this is the old rule. Don't be a follower. You might see a lot going on out here, and it might look like it's lit, but go your own path, follow your dreams, don't matter what. And it's be you, it's a new world, it's 2025, so you just gotta do you, go after your dreams. Some people might not see it the same way because they don't got the same views, they might be from different eras, but you gotta make them believe it, so just go hard at whatever you do.
You heard that? That's what I'm talking about. It's from a made man right there, yeah. Anybody you see on my motherfucking chat is a made man. You know, no clown shit over here. Yours. Oh, I thought that was Vic for a minute. You heard? I thought that was Vic for a minute. But yo, Ryan.
I gotta switch my. It's gotta be better broken out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a hesitation into the bone.
Say what up to the chat.
Yo, what's good, chat?
This my boy right here. This my boy right here. Listen, we chopping it up. Yo, man, I was asking the question, what would somebody say to a 21-year-old right now? But that was only 2 years ago for me, right? So what I'm gonna ask you, since you are, you know, in the educator field, and you always teaching people, what's the best advice you can give a 21-year-old right now to help them build and develop?
Find a skill. So everybody don't gotta go to college, and if you're 21, you probably went to college or didn't want to go to college. Now, you need to find a skill, something that you're good at, something that you can use as a service, or something you can pick up as a trade so you can get a job and make some money, because you're going to have to provide for yourself in a couple of years. So trust and believe, they ain't just giving out jobs.
Yeah, okay. Find a skill, okay? You get paid for what you know. You know, I got a little phrase called super sandwiches. If that's all you know, it's the kind of money you're gonna get. You get paid for what you know. If all you know is super sandwiches, the kind of money you're gonna get. If they pay you to think about something that's important or something that has have a value, then they're gonna pay you accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing on the block. Again, Page5 Lit Outside. It's the building right here. You know. We on the black. Yo, Cairo, come here. Cairo, come here. Say what up to the chat.
What's up?
That's my boy, that's King Cairo. Yeah, we outside right now. You know, I just want to spend a couple time with y'all. You know, listen up. We're gonna come back tonight later on and catch me on Twitch, Page 5 Lit. Safety, y'all, you heard?